The Whiskey War over an Arctic island has officially ended. We are talking about a 49-year-old feud between Denmark and Canada. A 1.2 square kilometer island was at the center of the territorial dispute, which has been resolved in a historic way. Hans Island is situated at an equal distance between Greenland and Canada's Ellesmere Island. Greenland is an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Neither country knew about the other's claim to the island until a bilateral meeting held in 1971 to discuss territorial boundaries. The NATO allies were engaged in a squabble over the island since the 1980s. But it wasn't a war that was fought with weapons. It was, in fact, the friendliest of all wars. There were diplomatic protests, online campaigns, and even a Canadian call to boycott Danish pastries. Our scientists and soldiers from Denmark and Canada who visited the island would take turns at removing the other country's flag and raising their own. Even visitors would leave a bottle of either Canadian whiskey or Danish schnapps for their rivals to find on their next visit. Many called it the Whiskey War. But the tussle stands resolved today. The two sides formally announced a deal at a signing ceremony in Ottawa with Canadian and Danish foreign ministers. The two countries have agreed to divide the tiny uninhabited island between them. They will split Hans Island and effectively create the first land border between Canada and Europe. With the deal, Canada and Denmark have established the world's longest maritime border of over 3,800 kilometers. Our Canadian Foreign Minister Melanie Joly and her Danish counterpart Jeppe Kofod exchanged what they called the final bottles of the Danish-Canadian Whiskey War. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called it a historic milestone in the relationship between Canada and the Kingdom of Denmark. Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau called it a historic milestone.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.